All right, we got Ricky Lee and DJ here. I'm gonna pop my chat out. I can read it, put it over here. All right, so on that, put this over here. Put the chat right there. All right, so we're good. We're ready to go. We got 60 seconds. We got Abdo, who was in this last year. I can't remember if he was the guy who won the whole thing or if he was just also there. I think he was the champion. I'm not sure. Remind me in the chat if you guys know for sure. Then we have Satsu Nohado and then Jan Deos. So all these guys, I really don't. I'm gonna go with Apto. The other two guys I really don't know as well. But right off the bat, that's who I'm going for. You know. Yeah, and now we just wait for this thing to start. Premiere will begin shortly, it says, and we gotta be careful because sound last time was crazy loud right off the bat. To refresh the page because, all right, I refreshed it. Still says shortly. So yesterday we saw Suida and Fintech and forgot the other guy's name now. They all each won once, but because Fintech swept, he had more wins than losses, so he went on and won the whole day. So Fintech won day one, so he moved on to the finals. All right, looks like it started here. All right, for now, I'm gonna turn this down because it's pretty loud for this part. All right, so we're rocking and rolling and ready to go. 20 seconds, and we're gonna see. If you're here in chat, let me know. Let me know who you're going for today, what you're expecting to see, if you expect to see anything different, and whatnot. People in the other chat are saying Apto is gonna win. Hopefully, I fixed some audio issues too.
Review is based on an early alpha build of some new projects we're working on here at Kabam. Things are still at a work in progress stage and subject to change, so keep that in mind while you're watching. We hope that you like what you see so far in this new format for the Summoner Showdown 2021.
Welcome to Summoner Showdown 2021, where summoners get to showcase
Big Blue,
their
what's
skills
up?
for the
You're
world
rooting
to
for
see.
Frodo.
And now we have our winners from our 3 qualifier
If
matches.
I remember right, you beat me, man.
Group,
2 years ago, you beat
Nameless
me.
Scarlet Witch, and Nameless, say it with me now,
I alerted Global. Oh, let's go.
Now, each region's winners get to meet
What
in
up,
the
Ricky
battle
Lee?
realm to find out who reigns supreme in their respective region. Then, they get to move on to the final stage. This is Summoner Showdown Semifinals.
Let's get it, Dave. Day 2, baby.
To decide who moves on to the finals, each region will run a series competition where their 3 winners will go head-to-head in a brand new fast-paced 1v1 competitive experience built on the foundation of last year's Summoner Showdown. Let's check it out. Similarly to last year, all 3 semifinalists from each region will face off against each other in a series format, putting their
Really?
brains and their thumbs to the test.
You remember nothing?
The winner of each region's semifinals will fight for the title, the trophy, and the glory of Summoner Showdown
Let's go.
2021. All right, now, while this year's Summoner Showdown is similar to last year, there are some key differences.
Big differences,
First up,
Dave.
with
Big
the new
differences.
format, all aspects are being played in-game, which gives you a very fast-paced and exciting way to play. And there's some new rules going on here in the way that we score. So John, my main man, take it away.
Thanks, Dave. I'm super excited for the Summoner Showdown 2021 format. Let's go over how you get points in this new mode. So, here we have 3 main areas that we're going to be scoring you on. The first and the biggest is going to be Defender HP remaining.
Yeah,
this
that
is
was
where
a big
the
one.
brunt of your score is going to come from, so you're always going to make sure to push that opponent down and KO them if possible. Secondly, we want to see some aggressive play coming out of our players this year, so we're actually rewarding them for having quicker fights. That means the more aggressive you play, the faster you get that opponent down, the more points you'll earn. And lastly, if you KO the opponent, we also have attacker HP remaining. That means after you successfully KO the opponent, the more health that you have, the more points you'll get. So with all 3 of these combined, this is how we'll be deciding who wins each round of the Summoner Showdown, semifinals, and finals.
This year, each summoner will create a deck and recruit 30 champions to use in the Summoner Showdown tournament. When ready, they enter into a picks
I want
and
to see
bans
some different
phase,
champions
where each
today. I
summoner
think we will.
ban 3 champions from their opponent's deck. However, this remains hidden from their opponents until all bans are chosen on both sides for that round. From there, we enter into a snake draft, where a single champion pick starts at the beginning of the draft with the first summoner and ends with a single choice with the second summoner. This single choice will pull from 3 random selections out of their respective decks. Now, in between, both summoners will alternate
This
3
is where the
rounds of picks
RNG
and
comes
choose
into
2
play
champions at a
heavily
time,
from your
pulling
deck.
from 5 random options.
And
out of their
I feel like
remaining
it got
deck to
a
populate
couple
their
of the
hands.
players a couple
Now,
of the times.
they've got to make their selections within the time limit, or risk a forced random pick. Keep in mind, their chosen champion can be
The
used
forced
for
random
either
pick
attack
never happened
or
yesterday.
defense.
I don't think
so
it's
they've
gonna
got
happen.
to choose wisely.
They have plenty of time
Once
to pick.
chosen, unselected champions return to their respective decks, and we enter into the battle phase. For a single round, the player that selected
when
their
you need to
champion
pay
first in the draft
attention
will go first.
to your opponent's deck and what you have.
Each summoner
'Cause
will take a turn
once you get to that
place
third
their
round,
defensive champion,
you might have a good key matchup
followed
to
by
play
both setting
against
their
what they have.
respective
So you need to
attackers.
pick your
Once a
defender or
champion
your
is used
attacker.
from the summoner's hands,
well, you're going to pick defender
they can
first.
no longer use that
so you need to pick
champion
your
in
defender
any future
depending on their
defense
deck
or attack
for your
placements
defender.
for the rest of the match. From there, the match begins, and each summoner will enter into their respective fights.
We saw that happen yesterday, but Sweden got
For
very
each
lucky
round,
with FinTech.
scoring will be
He played
based on the
poorly
defender's
against
hit points removed,
Dormammu with the
time
Human
remaining,
Torch.
and the attacker's remaining health. The first summoner to take the best of 3 rounds wins the match.
We saw a lot of people banning Penny Parker yesterday.
From there, the summoner with the
Mysterio should
best
have
set
been
of
one of them.
matches will be the winner of the Summoner Showdown semifinals for their region. That skilled summoner will
Sweeps
find
are
themselves
huge.
among the best of the
So if
best of
anybody
their
manages
respective
to sweep,
regions,
they have a
waiting
huge
to take the
advantage.
throne in the finals of this year's Summoner Showdown. You don't want to miss it.
That's how FinTech won yesterday. He got the sweep in round 2.
Welcome to Summoner Showdown 2021, and I am back here in the house with my main man, John.
Let's
How you
get
doing,
it.
bro?
I'm doing awesome. Super excited to be back here in the semifinals again. Last year we had a super tight contest with the Asia and Oceania semifinals, and I'm hoping that this year it's just as close.
Oh, I think it will be. And we have our 3 semi-finalists and had a chance to catch up with them to ask them how they feel about being in the Summoner Showdown. So, first off, from Korea, we've got Apto. Let's see what he had to say.
What you got, Apto?
저는 대한민국에서 아시아 지역을 대표하고 있는 압도입니다. 네, 오메가 레드를 제일 좋아합니다. 강력한 데미지와 유틸리티가 되게 좋고요. 또 게임 스타일도 이제 플레이 스타일도 저와 맞는 것 같아요. 나는 우승을 뒷받침할 경험과 스킬이 있기 때문에 2021년 서머너 쇼다운 챔피언이 될 것입니다.
He says he's going to be the next Summoner Showdown.
All
They
right,
just love
very
his
cool.
new job,
Hearing from
says it's a
Apto,
dream
he
job.
took down
I think
nameless
so,
King
yeah,
Brute with
definitely.
Proxima
Oh, no
Midnight,
problem,
which
Ricky
is a
Lee.
secret
You
favorite
deserve
of
it,
mine,
man.
or maybe it's not so secret, but you might remember him from last year. He is a returning player, and he had a super memorable fight having Guillotine 2099 versus Annihilus. A masterclass to be seen, absolutely.
Yeah, super excited to see Apto back here again. Absolutely amazing performance from him last year. Just barely missing out on the finals.
Okay,
and
so
he's
he wasn't
definitely
the
coming
winner.
back with a vengeance to try and get in those finals this year. But, of course, he's not the only one competing for that spot in the finals. We also have, coming out of Singapore, Yan Daos.
Hi, I'm Yan Daos from Singapore, and I will be representing Asia and Oceania in this year's Summoner Showdown. My favorite champion in the game will be Thor, the original Thor. When I
Original
use him,
Thor.
I get to learn his abilities. I love his armor bricks, the stackable armor bricks, which can do huge damage to it. I just want to tell my competitors that watch out for beginner's luck.
Watch out for beginner's luck, huh?
Awesome hearing from Yan Daos there. A new face here in the semifinals and the Summoner Showdown for us. Going up against a fierce competitor like Apto is not going to be easy.
Yeah,
but I think
Apto's
he
gonna
can
be
show
tough.
his skills here. He's already shown it in the qualifiers. Taking
If I
down
remember right,
Nameless
last
Scarlet
year
Witch
he was
with
so
Ghost,
close to
and
winning.
I'm
Like
super
it was,
excited for him to show those
it was
skills
like
off
this
even
close
more.
to not
Oh
him
yeah, and
to the other
we
guy
have
winning.
one
Like it
more
was
semifinalist here
hairline.
from Singapore. We've got Satsui no Hado.
Yo, my dudes, I am Satsui no Hadu
You got a personality
from
here.
Singapore, and I am representing the Asia and Oceania region. Favorite champion has gotta be Ghost. I
He's a
own
ghost
a
star.
lot of matches with her. She does huge damage, and she's pretty easy to use actually. You just gotta get used to how to phase properly with her, and the rest is what they would call history. May we put on a good show for all the viewers.
I like
and
him.
Of course,
I like his
may the best
personality.
summoner win.
He's funny too.
Awesome hearing from Satsui no Hado. Now he fought nameless Hyperion with community favorite She-Hulk. Now that name might sound familiar as he's also returning from last year. And he had super
Okay.
close fights with Apto, but he's looking forward to fighting him once again. He's also an MCOC YouTuber, and he tutors in his spare
Really?
time, preparing
I didn't know
students
he
for
was a
their
YouTuber.
exams. Which makes me think he's ready for this test.
I couldn't agree more. All three of our competitors are looking amazing here. Awesome to see Apto and Satsui back. But of course, don't sleep on the new face here, Yan Daos. All three of them coming and ready to fight for that final spot.
Oh, absolutely. And speaking of which, it looks like they're ready for their picks and bans in round one. All right, we've got Satsui here up against Yandao's. And we've got a quick ban already set up. We've got Doom and we have
Doom and,
Immortal
Abomination.
Abomination.
Both banned
Yeah,
first. off
totally
the
like the
bat.
Doom ban here. I think that's a great option to try and just get rid of super powerful
Penny
on
Parker's
both the
still up there,
attack
and he
the
just
defense
picked
side.
it for his
We
third.
see the
He's
Penny
see
Parker
if he
ban
locks
coming
it
in
in.
here. Another great option. I think we've seen her ban almost every series
Yeah, I think
and
she's
every
been banned
match.
every round.
So yeah, totally agree with that one as well. I think all three of these bans are strong. Mortal Abomination, also a very versatile attacker and defender. So if you don't have a great answer to poison, definitely want to get him out of there.
Absolutely. And not only is Doom a great attacker and defender, but he has a
He's
very,
taking his
very
time.
powerful set
He's-
of power control
We
and
saw
power
this go
steal
pretty
at the
quick
same time.
yesterday.
Yeah,
Like the
and
ban-
that power
the
control is
bans
something
were
that we've seen
super
a lot of
fast.
value in with this node setup. Spite giving the opponent a ton of power, you got to be
Giving
really
Dave
careful
and John
with it.
more
So,
time to communicate.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Doom
It's
is
just like
tough.
top to bottom. He's
Yep,
got tons
Doom
of power
is
in
tough.
his kit.
And
we
Immortal
see
Abomination
Apocalypse,
was
Annihilus,
a
and
tough one
Penny
yesterday,
Bandota. Yandao's
too.
side.
He went straight with
Apocalypse,
Ghost with his
again, another
first
one of those
pick.
jack of all trades character. Great on
Didn't he
attack
say
and
it was his
defense.
favorite
Annihilus,
character? I
very
believe
tricky
so.
defender, and Penny on both sides here.
Absolutely.
He hasn't locked
so,
it in. Now he's
what
switching
do we
to...
have going on here?
Oh, okay, he's scrolling through
Looks like he's
them, it looks
going
like.
between a Terax and a Dragon Man pick here.
No, he had Ghost up there, Dave. Oh, now
both
he's going
Terax and
Terax.
Dragon Man are both
He going
very
with Terax.
versatile, and they can be used.
That
as
is someone we
attackers
did
if
not
needed,
see
but
at
are
all
also
yesterday.
both very powerful defenders and already have lots of power gain. Going up against that Spite node, going to be
He's
even
got
tougher to deal with.
Nightcrawler,
Love the Terax
Spider
pick here.
Ham,
Pretty sure this is
Vision
the first
Arcus,
time we've
King
seen
Groot.
him.
All
and
five
I
of
think
these
he's an
characters we
amazing
haven't seen
defender,
at all.
especially on a node like Spite.
Yandos has
Keeping
the
that
pick.
rock field up even longer, even
Vision
more
Arcus
damage onto the
and
opponent.
Voodoo were the two that he picked.
All right, we've
and
got
now we
another favorite here
Bishop.
coming up here with Bishop. We've seen a lot of
Already
that as
picked.
well. with
Satsui.
Yandau's on the other side with Arcus and
And he
Dr.
went
Voodoo.
with
Have we seen any
Bishop
Arcus yet? I
and
don't think we've seen
Mangog.
that either.
Yeah, I don't think we have seen Arcus
Very
yet. I'm a little
different
surprised on
characters
that one.
today
Last
here
year
on
he was
J2.
a very popular pick. He's a very tough character to deal with.
You
Especially
gotta
now
go
that Doom is
Mysterio,
banned out.
boy.
Doom is
You got
arguably
to.
the
If
best
you saw
option for
yesterday,
Arcus, especially in a
people were
node where he's going to
struggling.
already be gaining power from Spite. So that's a very powerful character, but we do see the
He does.
Mangog also picked on
Mysterio
Satsui's side.
and Falcon
Another very powerful
locked
power
in.
gain character.
All right, he's got Ghost pick again.
Yeah, I see. And now we've got a Ghost
She was
and a
very
Claire.
weak
So it looks
yesterday.
like we've got some attack
I
options
think I'd
there.
probably go
on
with someone
Satsui's
else,
side.
but he's
looks
looking, yeah,
like
he
he
does
has a
need
pretty
attackers
solid
like Dave is
roster
saying.
with enough
'Cause
diversity
he
to
pretty much
put a
has
dent,
defenders.
in Yandau's.
And let's see.
I didn't get that plural
Yandau's
right, but that's all.
probably
That is
should
all
go-
good. He's trying to damage his
He
finals
needs to
chance
look
here.
at his opponent's team
Yeah.
here.
So
he
I
probably
mean,
needs to go
Yandau's has got a
Warlock
good mixture here. He's got a lot of
and
good
Hitmonkey.
defenders. Probably looking to pick up a couple good attackers here.
That's what
we
I
see
would
the
do.
Bishop and
And
the
that's what he
Hitmonkey
does.
And the
He does
Warlock.
exactly
yeah,
what
so
I
he goes
picked.
with the Warlock and the Hitmonkey.
Ricky Lee was saying
They're
Venom
both really
down
great
there.
defenders and attackers.
And Satsui-
definitely better attackers than
All right, he
defenders
needs
for
to go,
the most part. But can still trip up
Sasquatch,
somebody, especially on a tough node
And
combination like this.
we might want to see
Curious to
Vision
see
here. We
if
saw
Satsui
that
goes
play
for
out
some
very
more
well
attacker focus here,
yesterday.
or tries to stack the deck on more defenders.
With the heel blocking,
OG Vision,
with the super
Mysterio,
masochism.
She-Hulk, all very
but
powerful
he's
that
got
we've seen so
low
far.
damage
Sasquatch,
output. He's
another
trying to
favorite
pick here.
in
He's
this,
trying to look at his
format
team.
as well.
He
So
needs
very
an
curious to see. He's got a
attacker.
lot of good options here.
In my opinion, he's
Yeah, I
going
think,
with another
you went
possible
with the
defender.
Mysterio. I was thinking he was going to go with the Vision. We've seen a lot of
I
really
thought
great
so
plays
too,
with
Dave.
Vision
I thought
here.
so too.
But oh no, he changed it up at the end. He still has a few more seconds left. Is he going to lock that in, or is he going to switch this up? I don't know.
Yeah, just looking at what Yandau's has here, there's
There's a lot
need
of
for him
picking
to
going
pick
on
the
today.
Vision.
A
He's
lot
not
more
going to be able to
time
deal with
being
Mysterio
focused
or
on
Arcus very
in
well
the
with
Asia and
the Vision,
Oceania
so
region.
loses a
They're
little bit of
being
value
very
there.
more
I do like the
picky,
She-Hulk, very
taking their
versatile,
time,
can
and he
deal with
does
a lot
go
of
with
really
She-Hulk
tough
in
fights,
the
can deal
end.
with the Hitmonkey if
He's
you
got
need
his
it, and the
7
Sasquatch
activated,
to bolster
and
up
now
more
we
of
got
that roster.
Yandau's with his last pick.
Yeah,
He's
curious
got
to see how
Vision,
Yandau's is
AOU,
going to
Venom,
answer
and
back on this
Mojo.
one.
And I think
doesn't really
he
need the
probably
Venom here.
should
There's no
go
evade characters on the opponent's
Mojo.
side here.
No,
Mojo,
yeah,
great
Mojo.
defender.
Mojo,
Definitely
if he
a
needs
solid
another
option
defender.
for
Let's see, he's
even
got
if you
Hitmonkey,
need to take
Mysterio.
down
I can't
a
remember
buff-heavy
his.
opponent.
I think he had.
But
Well, that's what's surprising is that
Can't remember
Mojo
his-
is even
oh,
available
Vision Arcus.
at this point. He's been banned in almost
And
every
who did he go
series
with?
that
He
we've
went with
seen.
Mojo.
So I
There
think
we
this is
go.
going to be one of our few chances to
And
see
Mojo
in
was
action.
not banned
yeah,
every,
actually, I
every
totally
time
agree with
yesterday.
that. It's a
Mojo
great
was a
point.
defender
We've seen
yesterday,
Mojo
and
banned
Mojo
or
dominated.
not been in the deck for almost everything so far. So yeah, definitely going to keep our
Defender
eyes peeled
with
to see if
Terrax
he
right off
comes
the
up
bat.
and how he
Now
fares. If he
Yandau's
does.
is picking his
We see the
defender.
Terrax coming out for Satsui. Love that pick. Really, really good option. Not a lot of great ways for Yandau's to deal with that.
What is he thinking here?
Yeah, I don't even know what I would pick here. Maybe
He's going with Hitmonkey. Hitmonkey can
oh,
be
yeah,
a
that's
tough
his
defender.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, like
Satsui
that's a
now
defender.
is.
Yeah,
no,
it's
wait,
a good
Yandau's
defender.
has to pick
He's
his
tough. He's tricky
attacker.
if you don't pay attention.
Who does he
There's already so
do
many
with
things
deal
to pay
with
attention
Terrax?
to.
Yeah.
You can definitely get one of his auto evades and get
I
get a
don't
return
think-
attack right in the
I
face.
don't think Voodoo
So,
was a good choice.
Let's see how that works out.
Yeah, we saw the Doc Voodoo picked for Yandau's there. I love that. That's a great pick. The health is going to help keep him topped up. He's going to be able to nullify his buffs off and power control him if he needs to. And then we see Ghost as the final pick
He's not
here
gonna
to
be
go
able
up
to
against
poison him. I
Hitmonkey.
think I'm pretty sure
That's another
Terrax
great,
is
great
poisoning
option
me.
there for Satsui. He's going to be able to deal with Hitmonkey's
I'm worried about the
evade if it
damage
comes up,
from
as long
Doc
as he's able to
Voodoo
keep
on
those critical strikes
Terrax.
going.
And he's got Ghost
Oh yeah,
against Hitmonkey.
absolutely. And let's see how
if
he
he's
handles
as good
the
of a
phase
Ghost player
play
as he
here,
says, this is gonna be
and
very
see if the
interesting.
AI plays along.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so I'm gonna go to
Ghost
this
working
screen.
better with the
We can
more
see it a
aggressive
little bit
AI.
better.
He is going to have to watch out for this fight here, being a character that will almost
Hitmonkey
always
goes
have a buff on
unblockable,
them,
but
whether
he
it's the precision
evaded
from
it perfectly
dexterity or
and then phased
cruelty
right
and fury
after.
from her base kit. That does mean Hitmonkey's going to be gaining power almost the whole fight, so he's going to have to watch out for those really nasty specials.
He's got to worry about the
Looks
end
like
of that because
Hitmonkey
he
is
came out of the
playing,
phase. But Hitmonkey
along.
gets
Oh,
in a
oh,
combo.
he took a couple
Spoke
of
a little
there.
bit too soon on that one.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah, and Hitmonkey, a really punishing defender too. He has those guaranteed crits crits in his kit, so you really gotta watch out. Oh
Hit
no,
Monkey
he
is
lands a parry
punishing
there, and he gets it
Setsui no
reflected
Hado.
from Super Masochism. That power bar is just slowly
But
going up,
he
and
gets
he's
the
gonna
special
get the
2 off, but he's
cruelty
get the
too.
special 3.
Oh,
Hit
this
Monkey's
is
gonna
be
get
tough.
this
Can
in.
you live through this special 3?
I don't think so. I think Hit Monkey is
that's
going
gonna be a
to
tough one,
take
man. He took,
this right
took a
here,
lot of damage
bam,
there. I'm
to
not
the
sure.
face. Hit Monkey
Yeah, looks like
wins.
he's gonna go
that is,
down.
Setsui no Hado.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ghost was
Tough
not the
matchup.
answer, my brother.
I think Ghost, a great pick for dealing with Hitmonkey's evade, but has a very hard time dealing with Spite, so the node kind of getting away from him a little bit there.
Yeah, I think what really kind of
Bad
buried
play.
this was that parry on Super Masochism that
Yeah.
really took him out of the fight, and I think that took him out of his concentration zone as well.
Yeah, and concentrating in nerves is a big thing, so we're going to have to check to see if Yandao's can handle that this time.
All right, let's
All right,
check
so
it out.
Yandel
We see
is
that
going in here
regen
with
on
Voodoo
going
against
off right away.
Terax. Parries him off the
lands the parry.
bat.
Actually, yeah, he's safe to do that a little bit here because of the Voodoo's passive ability, his signature ability.
He's getting destroyed
Oh
by
my goodness,
Terax.
Oh,
that's
good.
so much damage in the corner here.
Terax was a
He's
great
gonna be
defender
really
pick.
careful about this rock stacks. Hitting into it here, he's just going to be keep getting more and more power.
Full regen
Looks like he does
here.
have Mystic Dispersion though, so gains a
Full
ton of power
100%
off that
health.
special one.
Setsui's probably going to take
absolutely.
round one
And let's see if he
by
can
defender's
maybe
health.
make up some of the difference here with an SP3.
I can't remember
but
how full
that
Hitmonkey
barely
was,
tacked
but
off any damage at all.
he's just filling right
He's gonna
back up.
really have to step it up. Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
one of the staples of Terax right there is being able to clip you on your dexes.
Oh yeah, he has a little bit of that extra reach with the big axe.
Voodoo for the win.
He
Super
does have the
passive
power drain
there.
on him
Oh,
here,
snap.
which will help keep
The
Terax
chat is
in
weighing
check
in.
a little bit more.
He's
Gets a
getting
power
back
gain
into the
buff
fight a little
though,
bit
so
here.
he's
He's
gonna
got a
have to
little bit
watch out.
control back
He
into
will be
this.
fighting against Spite for quite some time now. Maybe looking for another special one here to try and get some more buffs
Indestructible,
off
he
and
gets it off.
get more power back with that Mystic Dispersion.
Okay,
You
it
can
does.
see
The
here
Spirit
Terax's
Venom
power
does work on
slowly
Terax. I
trickling
wasn't
down
sure
thanks
about
to,
that. He might want to
Spite
get out of
giving
there.
him
Those
extra-
shards are
and yeah,
destroying
that's a
him,
really
and
tough
he
fight there.
doesn't, and he goes down.
Yeah, absolutely. But that's a
Setsu
really great
Nuhado
pick
takes
to keep
round
him
one.
topped up with Spite because you're always going to be running away and he's going to run
he
you
just
down to
needed
the
to do
wall.
more
That is
damage.
one heck of a fight, and that's a really
he
great
coulda
pick.
took
That's
that
a very
round.
strategic pick. I didn't even think of that, but now I am.
Yeah, really great pick by Setsui there. Super smart picking Terax on the Spite node. Gonna be curious to see if we have more of that going into the future.
All right, well, let's see how they fared.
So getting into the round 2 here.
Picks
Pressure
and
is
bans
on.
here.
Let's see what Yandao's picks as his defender.
Looks like he.
Can he answer back? He has a lot of good options here.
Yeah,
I
he
like
does.
the Mojo. I like the Mysterio.
I think he
Even
goes
the Arcus is
Sasquatch
also
here.
a very powerful defender.
Oh wait, it's the other guy picking.
Yeah, really, a lot of options. for him to
Mojo. I
pick
go
from
Mojo
here.
or
What do you think,
Mysterio.
Dave?
Ah man,
I
well,
think-
he
I
took
think
it
he
right
needs a
down to the
win
line
right here in-
but I think
I
a
think
Mojo
either-
pick is in
Either
the cards.
defender, Mojo or Mysterio,
Yeah,
would
I
help
totally agree
him
there. I
stay
think
in
a
the
Mojo
game
pick
here.
is definitely what I would be picking on this one. Like we had talked about before, we haven't been able to see him the entire time so far. So definitely a lot
we
of
saw
value
Mojo
in that
yesterday,
character
guys. Y'all
from,
just already
most
forgot.
of our players. And having him
Mysterio for
open here
defense,
as a
yes,
defender
he was
and,
insane yesterday.
Setsui not really having a
He
great option to try
killed
and deal with
Suida
it.
two
I do
different
think fares
times
very well for him.
in different matchups.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's very, very difficult. And that would probably be my play here if I was already down by 1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely want to come out swinging, try to bounce back as hard as you
He's
can.
taking his
Come
time
out
to
with,
pick that defender.
Whatever your strongest characters are to make sure that you can claw back into it and maybe make this a round of 3.
Yeah, time will tell.
Only time will tell.
I wonder what happened. He's going Mysterio, guys.
He goes
there
with the
he
Mysterio
is.
there. Also a great option. A very powerful defender.
All right.
And not a lot of great
I think you go
options for
Sasquatch.
Setsui to try and
Setsui.
deal
He
with it.
looks like he's going
So, yeah, I like that
Mangog,
option a
Bishop
lot.
maybe.
Yeah, I am with you on that. It was either that or the Mojo
He's got
pick.
Warlock
but
to
as
deal
we've
with
seen in
Bishop.
the series,
I don't
Mysterio's
know
been
if
quite
that
the
is a
problem
good
for a lot
pick,
of players.
Setsui.
Another one of those characters that
I don't think
benefits
I'd do
very
that.
heavily from the Spite node. So I do like that, but I also love this
He
Bishop pick
locked
here.
in
Very
defender.
tough to deal with. He does have the Warlock, which should help him quite a bit. That should be a
I
very
go
favorable
Warlock.
matchup as long as he doesn't
He,
throw those heavy
Setsui,
attacks.
you. I
But
mean,
Bishop's still
you
not
got to
gonna
pay
fit
attention
really
to the
well.
person's attackers
Great
in their
pick. Love
deck.
the Warlock
This
pick
is
there.
something we saw yesterday
That tech matchup makes it much easier.
with Suida and
Yeah, I feel like that's
Fintech.
it
There was a
looks like he could've
Dormammu
gone two
play,
ways.
but
One,
it
he
was
could've
obvious
gone
to see
She-Hulk
that
here,
there was
but it looks
a
like he's going
Human
for
Torch
Black Widow.
available
Do you
for
think he's going to
attack.
run right into her poison immunity mode and try to just hang
Yeah.
out there?
I feel like that's definitely the play here with this Clairvoyant Black Widow.
I think these
Mysterio's
are
poison immune,
bad
which means that Black Widow's
matchups,
going to be gaining power
picks
whenever
for
she
the
throws
for
a
the
medium
guys.
two or
They
a special
should've-
one or a
they
heavy,
should have paid more
so she'll be able
attention
to circumvent a lot of
he should not have
regular
picked
gameplay
Bishop
stuff of needing to
against
build,
Warlock. He
and
should not have been
Mysterio having
picked
a
like
big
that.
problem here with being so annoying on Spite and having unblockable specials. Maybe able to control that a little bit more with the power steal that she has on her special too.
Oh, and he's taking a lot of chip damage there, just trying to bait out that heavy and do some counterattacks, but that's kind of costing him there.
Yeah, I'm curious about the strategy of throwing these longer combos into block. Giving the opponent more power is always scary because something like this can
We saw
happen
the
where
special
he's,
two
now
be
he's got
huge
his decks
yesterday.
on, and
Sweeta
he's
got
really relying
caught.
on hopefully the AI throwing a special
But
attack.
he's gonna go special 3 here.
Man,
He's in
special
trouble.
3.
No,
Ooh,
he just
misses
hangs
the
out,
minigame.
man.
Yeah, that's a really rough
Mysterio
one. Let's see
is
if he'll
kicking,
live it. This Mysterio special 3 does a
But
ton of
again
damage.
today, just like he did yesterday,
it's looking
but it was special 2 yesterday, and today it's special 3,
Just barely
destroying Satsui.
Yeah,
We've
that's unfortunate.
not seen a knockout yet from
Yeah, that's a
Asia and
tough one there.
Oceania.
That's a super tough matchup.
not looking
Mysterio,
good.
A very tough defender to deal
we've
with
seen
on
it
the
come
spike
down to
node,
HP.
But I do like the Claire pick, just a little bit unlucky on the AI there.
Yeah, and I think you nailed it. That was a strategy that probably wasn't the best, to be hitting into block while he's building up power. I guess he thought maybe he would be able to get that SP2, but
Yes, it's
That
going to
wasn't
come
in the
down to
cards.
that, Neil, exactly.
Yeah,
it's going to come
unfortunate, but
down
great
to who
try,
does the most
and,
damage
let's see how
onto
Yando's
the
answers
opponent.
back.
So Warlock,
So we
this
have Warlock
is
going
a
into Bishop
easy
here.
win.
So one thing
for
that's really
Yandaos.
tricky with Warlock
Yandaos,
is he
you
will
got
have
this.
a buff the
You just need
entire
to play
fight,
well,
which means Bishop
do
will
more
always
damage
be gaining power from
than
that spike node.
Satsui did in the last fight,
yeah, and one of the
he
great
has
things here
this
about
easily
Warlock is
in
that,
the bag.
that extra
But
reach, and Bishop does hit
Bishop
short,
goes straight into special
but it
3,
does give you a chance to
and
sidestep. And
wow,
he pushed him
special
into
3
special
so
3.
fast.
Unfortunate,
Yeah.
but maybe he can survive here.
Don't think this is a
something that's
win.
really tough with Warlock here is he
Yeah,
has very
just yet,
conditional
but
power control. He does live that special attack. Warlock has some juicy
He needs
armor
to play
and a class
well.
advantage here. So now that he's got that infection on,
You
it
got
doesn't
this,
look like
man.
he's running the Resonate Mastery, but he will be able to power control him now that he has the special
I
2
think
and
that
the
might be
armor
enough
breaks
health
on.
right there,
You can see
but
Bishop's power
Bishop
going down
can
here.
heal.
But yeah, he just gets opened up again.
And Super
Yeah, that's
Masochism is
unfortunate.
available,
He's
but
going in,
Warlock can
and
stop it.
we're going to get a little bit more power control here, so maybe
Yeah.
he can get control of the fight.
It
Yeah,
looks
you
like
know what? Actually, that's
Yandao's
a
got
really good
back
strategy
into
I saw him
this,
doing there is
but
hitting into Bishop's block. to
he's
get
getting
him to trigger
destroyed
more
and
regions.
he's dead.
It's unfortunate
I think
there. He
Yandao
does
still
take a
took
combo
this.
at the end, but I really
Yandao
love,
does
watching
take
him
this
hitting the
round,
block there to
so
get
we're going
Bishop
into
to trigger
round
those
3.
regions,
No
which
sweep.
while the infection is active means
Satsui
Warlock
had a
will
chance
power
for the
drain.
sweep there.
So some really smart play there.
That's why you
Just
don't pick
unfortunate
Bishop
on,
when the other
maybe getting
person's
clipped
got a
few more times
Warlock.
than he would have liked.
It was
Yeah, I
he
agree.
gave it to him.
Yeah, so looks like he does win that round, though. He took more HP than the opponent, gets a higher score, so that means we're going to go into a round 3 here.
All right, let's see what we got. Who's going to come out on top?
He has 2
I don't know.
great defender picks here.
I feel like it's got to be the Mangog or the Sasquatch here. I think the Sasquatch could work very well here as well. He doesn't have a good answer to healing. Maybe the Mojo.
He went
but
Mangog.
The Mangog's
I
a
would've
great
went
defender as
Sasquatch,
well.
in my
No way
opinion.
to deal with that power at all. So yeah, both of those.
If
options were
I
great for
was
Satsui, and I
Yandao's,
feel like
I'd be
you've gotta
picking
go for the
Vision
Mojo here.
Arcus.
He does have She-Hulk. That is a doable fight, but not an easy one, especially on the spike.
He goes Mojo.
All right,
So we're
Good
going
call
to
on
see
the Mojo,
She-Hulk
man.
here.
That's exactly where he and he went right with She-Hulk. That is the class advantage, and that will be a very interesting fight.
Yeah,
Bad
unfortunately,
pick
I'm
in
sure
my
he does
opinion.
have
I
his
think he
crit
should have went
masteries
Vision
on,
Arcus.
which means he could have a little bit of an extra
And
hard
he went
time.
Falcon
But yeah, the Falcon into the Mangog
against
here,
Mangog.
I really feel like he just didn't have a lot of good options. So it's just going to come down to raw gameplay here. Which one of these guys
Still
can
no
sweep up the
KOs.
extra points?
Everybody
on these
has died.
Really tough fights.
And we're in round 3.
Yeah,
We've
this
seen 4
one's,
KOs so
I
far
gotta
today.
imagine that all their nerves are pretty,
Our
are pretty
attackers
shaken right now.
KO.
This is
And
this is
Mojo,
playing
right
for the
off
finals.
the
Oh,
bat,
he takes a hit right there at
is
the beginning of the fight.
taking it into She-Hulk.
Probably pay a parry out of habit. We see it all the time.
Not good.
Just gets clipped by the damage
She-Hulk
reflector, but some huge
getting into
damage
this.
coming out of
She
She-Hulk.
dashes
He got
backwards,
that
giving
Fury. So he's just going to need Mojo to play with him a little bit, hopefully bait out some specials.
dodge a hit. Now
gotta
he,
be
if
careful
he
with
dodges,
special
the
two
Dex
here.
is
Oh,
he
no,
just
he's gonna get
did.
to the special 3.
Oh,
he
he
gets
gets
the
it.
special 2, but he gets
special
clipped.
2, but he gets destroyed by
that
the
was
D-Gen is
basically
taking
an SP3.
its
It
toll
was
on
so
Blockable, Gets
so
hit.
close. Oh, no, he's
Mojo's
stuck
hitting
in
into the
corner.
block.
He's got to
It's
get
not
rid of
looking
that
good.
dexterity.
Gets a
Wow,
special
he gets the
attack
special
in there.
attack
He
just in
needed that
time,
damage
but he
because
ends the
he's
buff, which
not
means he gets
doing
the
much.
D-Gen. and he gets
Wow.
comboed, getting stuck in the corner
we're
there.
not seeing
That
some
is
good
a
play
rough
today
spot
from
to be.
Asian Oceania.
Yeah, I think he.
It's
I think
not
he
going
might
well
have,
for them at
he
all.
might have just stopped, just hesitated just a little bit there, because it looks like he got a successful sidestep and just didn't return attack in time, and Mojo was just a little bit faster on there.
Yeah, very close stuff.
Yandels,
Very,
this
very
is your
tough
game
fight
to
and
win.
a lot of pressure coming into these semifinals, but great job by them there. And yeah, it's ball is in Yandao's court now. Can he finish his fight to take this series?
That is true, Neil.
Yeah, he's got to do.
The AI has not been throwing
man,
specials
you know what?
that much.
I'm not even
This
gonna call
is-
it. Let's just see
This
what
is
he
a
does.
very tough fight. This is by no means an easy one. No way to deal with Mangog's power gain, and no way to deal with his unstoppable or unblockable if he gets
Getting
to
hit
those.
again
You really don't want to bait
off of
Mangog's special
easy
one
stuff
because
to
he's going
not
to build
take.
up his reach, which is going to make him unstoppable. And you don't want to
Maybe
bait
the
him his
guys are just a
special
little
two
nervous
because
today.
it's impossible to dex. So you're
Yeah,
just left
Big
in a
Blue,
horrible
they're making me
position here.
look good.
Very tough
Lucky for
matchup.
him. Yeah, lucky for him, he was locked on, so he didn't run into that problem. But I don't know if he can keep that up.
Oh, he does dex the start of the hit there, actually keeping him alive. Great intercept there.
Wow. Yandaos,
Very, very tough.
you're
matchup
giving
here.
it back to
Another special
Setsui.
two. Can he get some extra damage? And
You
great
gotta get
special two.
special
from him
3.
there.
It's over.
Special three here.
Yandao
It's looking
has
like
lost. Setsui's
he
gonna
may
win
have,
this.
may have beaten him on that health threshold here.
I don't
Let's see
think
what
so,
happens.
Dave.
Yeah, it's looking pretty close. Mango gonna close this
88%?
one out. Big special
pretty
three from
sure
our big demon boy. And
that's more.
Oh, it's looking very
Setsui
close. Let's
took
look
it,
at the
just like I
stats.
thought.
Does look like Setsui,
Setsui
will take
wins.
this one. He takes the third round there,
Everybody got
which means he will
destroyed.
take this series.
No
Okay,
one
looks
got
like
a single
Setsui
KO.
takes that one 2-1.
Everyone got
and we have
KO'd.
our next matchup here.
6
with Yandao's versus
Attacker
Apto.
KOs. No defender
We've got Apto
deaths.
against Yandao's here. Yeah, we saw some really
Apto-
interesting picks in that last series with the
Apto is
Terex
the guy to
pickup.
watch here.
Curious to
last
see
year
if
he did
gets some
very well.
love in the pick and ban here. What are your thoughts on that, Dave?
Yeah, absolutely. I think after seeing his performance and seeing what a monster he is,
Looks
I think
like
that's
he's
probably the first
banning
ban that I would
Penny
put
Parker
down.
right off
Yeah,
the way.
for sure. He's definitely a tough defender.
I think
we do
he
see the
banned,
penny here. Totally
Mysterio
agree with that one. That's a great ban.
And
Super annoying
Mojo or
defender to deal with,
Sasquatch.
as well
Oh,
as a
Ebony Maul,
powerful
definitely.
attacker.
Yesterday, Ebony
Yeah,
Maul was
I don't think
insane.
we've seen her get into a game yet because she's just been valued too highly. And totally new fresh face in the contest as well. See the Ebony Maw ban here. What do you think about that one, Dave?
Oh, well, you know how I feel about Ebony Maw. I think he's great on attack and defense in this series. He works really, really well with this node. And to echo back on what you were talking about with Penny, that if anyone were
He's
ever
going
get
to
to a special
Nihilus.
two, I think that'd
We
be
haven't
lights
seen
out.
Nihilus
That's such a
make it
difficult one
even
to dex.
into
Yeah, I don't
the-
even know if you'd
the
be able
game
to do
yet.
it. Very tough
So,
stuff and some big incinerate damage. We see
Yandao's
the Annihilus
ban,
ban there is
Doom,
Apto's last ban.
Penny Parker and Torch.
Not going for glory
got
again on that one.
an attacker
Doesn't want to try and
ban
do
there.
this super
Absolutely.
tough matchup. Don't blame him.
Darkhawk
And then
picked
we see
by
Darkhawk as his
Apto
first
right
pick
off
here.
the bat.
Yeah, absolutely. And hey, maybe he just really likes the song, you know? Who knows?
It is, yeah, definitely
The
a
Darkhawk
certified
song.
banger. Also has those impossible to deck special one.
Dave getting
auto
some,
block and miss. He's a very tough defender already on his own. But not the only robot we see here. We see the Dragon
Some
Man
name
coming
drops
up
on
for
his
Yandao's.
music.
Another very tough power
Mephisto
game
would be a
character.
good choice as a defender.
Yeah, absolutely. And we also have
Well,
the Mephisto pick
it's-
here, which
it's
can
a
be
pick.
a really, really dangerous combo
Could
with
be-
this node here.
could be
Because you
coming up
have
to
to
that.
stay away, but you also have
That's
to get in,
Falcon
and taking
Immortal
that damage,
A-bomb
not
picked
the
by
easiest thing.
Apto.
Yeah, we see the Immortal A-Bomb and the Falcon come here. So far,
got-
no answer to the power gain coming out from Yandao's side. So hopefully he
APOC.
can get something coming in soon to help him deal with those.
Oh,
because,
Vision.
Yeah.
You
oh,
need
there
to
he
pick
has it. He
Vision.
gets the Vision.
Oh, that's Apto,
but,
Very
looks
good.
like Yandos has got some more tricky defenders here
And
with the
Moda.
Arcus and the Apocalypse.
There's America Chavez.
Yeah,
we saw
and
her
I'm really liking the
destroy
Modok pick
yesterday.
here. That special one
as a
can cause a
defender.
lot of problems if you're not
Yeah,
paying
the
attention.
song, the
Yeah,
Darkhawk
and on
song
this
is a
Super
banger.
Masochism going to make it much harder
It's-
to deal with
it's
the
pretty
auto block
good,
not
Dave,
being able to
if you're
reliably
watching.
parry, which means you will most likely be running into that auto block more. And could slip up against those specials too. They can be a little tricky to dex.
I think he's got to go
yeah.
Vision as well.
Seriously. Okay,
he
so we
does.
see Claire
Black Widow,
and we see
Clairvoyant.
Vision
still got
coming
one more
out
to
on
pick.
Yandao's side
Oh,
too. Vision
again.
definitely got a lot
The-
of
the,
power and a lot of value
Overseer
against this
is
spike
picked.
node.
That's someone
so
new
I
we
think
haven't
that's a great
seen.
pickup on both sides here.
Yeah, absolutely. And we have
And
a
the
new
final
fresh face
pick,
here with that Overseer.
with
So
Vision, I
excited to
think
see
he
if he
picked
actually makes
at
it
the
into
end.
the matches.
But see, he's
Yeah, I
got
would love
two
to see
visions.
an Overseer pick here. Definitely
Very
a
interesting,
powerful
very
defender,
interesting.
especially
Two
when you're running into a
visions.
tricky node combination. But yeah, some great attacker and defender picks on both sides here, and we see the Darkhawk come in round 1 for Abdo.
Nice. Yeah, I can't wait to see that in action.
Yeah, that special one is going to be
Yandal's
super
picking
tricky.
his
The Spike
defender.
Node actually
I
might
think
come
you
out
go
to help you in that
Mephisto.
situation. You got to be careful with it. You're not going to be able to use Vision as an answer either, because when you knock him down, he'll be auto-blocking you. So yeah, definitely a very tricky defender to deal with. Maybe could use the Arcus's Cold Snap and sorry, not Cold Snap,
Could
Armor
go
Shatter to
Dragon
try and
Man
deal with him
as
because
well.
he's a robot. But still not a great matchup there.
Yeah, that's going to be a little bit tough, man.
These guys are
But I
definitely
am
taking
curious
the
to see
time
how
compared to yesterday.
anyone would handle
the picks
his
at bands
phase,
Mhm.
because
and
that
picking your
that does
attacker
allow
defender
him
was
to build
bang,
up.
bang, bang,
You
bang,
can't
bang,
really
bang.
hit him,
Mm-hmm.
and it will just cause more
But
problems for
the
you.
play
I'm
has
excited.
been way
I'm excited
slower.
to see
So we
it.
got
And there's the
Mephisto.
Mephisto pick. There
So
it
who do you
is.
take against
Yeah.
Okay, so
Love the
Darkhawk?
Mephisto
Now we've
pick
got,
there.
yeah, absolutely. I'm with you on that. And Yandao's has his attacker.
I think he goes
like,
a
who would
Vision
you
here.
think?
As an attacker here, I probably gotta go with Arcus, and hopefully you can get to that special 2 and get the armor shatter on Darkhawk, so you can try and deal with him. Maybe just heavy spam him in the corner once you get there, taking a little bit.
He's
page out
going
of
Vision
Medusa's book.
Arcus.
Does look like that's what he's gonna be going with.
I was
But yeah,
talking
definitely gotta
about
be
like
careful against
OG
that
or
Spike
AOU
node.
Vision, not Vision. He's got 3 visions. on
Oh,
his
very,
team.
very, very
Vision,
good.
Vision, and Vision.
Rush over to that Incinerate mode
Here we
and
go.
take care of that Mephisto, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta be careful.
So
You
we
don't
got
want to be applying
Darkhawk
too many of those
defending
incinerators
Vision
yourself. Don't want to
and
give them the
Mephisto
aura of
defending Black
incineration.
Widow.
But also, it's really gonna be the only way that you can
Abdo.
Survive.
What
yeah,
do you got?
not just have your
Let's see
entire
it.
face melted
Abdo
off.
is attacking
So
first
yeah, we'll have
into
to see how this pans out
Mephisto.
for him.
Black Widow Clairvoyant.
Oh, man.
He's got to
All
watch
right,
that
so we've got
aura
Aura
of incineration.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is.
Yeah, he's got
Okay,
2 of them
great
right
job
off the
waiting it out
bat.
there. Hopefully he'll
He
get
did
the
be patient
special
there
one
and backed
out.
off.
Yeah, actually the soul imprisonment is helping him out there. He's able to dex safely and not have the
Orban
dexterity buff
Aura's
land
already
on
back
him.
in.
Great job so far. Gets
Easily
into that
can block
incinerate
that
mode,
one.
meaning he will be safe. He's also will be gaining a ton of bonus power from
You got another special
Mephisto's
2 in there.
immunities there.
Another aura
This
up.
pick is actually looking really great to me.
Yeah, absolutely. And building up those charges so fast. I
Abdo
mean,
was
he built that up in
playing
just a
much
matter
better
of
than
seconds.
Yandal's
no
and
kidding.
Setsui
He's,
from
at
last
that special
round.
2 in no
But
time,
as soon as I
does
say
look like
that, he
Mephisto
gets
might
hit.
get to that
Took a
special
couple
3.
of hits.
And
Wow,
then
great
he's
job
gonna
just
get a
getting the extra
special
damage in
3
here.
right back.
I like
if
that.
Mephisto, yeah, there it
Play
goes.
a lot. Not a lot of
Mephisto with
great
the special
chances for
3
him to,
is gonna eat
or
up.
Not taking the chance of just
Black Widow
dying straight up to
Clairvoyant.
the special 3, making sure
Ricky
he gets
Lee
that damage
saying
in first.
APOC.
It does look like he'll live.
APOC what,
but,
Ricky Lee?
yeah, great choice there.
I might have forgot
that's
what I
that's
asked
a really
while
great
ago.
play. He actually survived, which is really great. I wasn't expecting him to survive, but he did.
The
And
special two
let's
from
see if he can
Mephisto's
shake
pretty
out. Oh,
weak.
just
Slipped
you're
in the
definitely
corner.
gonna
I don't know if
survive
you're
from
gonna be
that.
able to
Yeah.
dex that
But
Mysterio
you're not
or
gonna
that, Mephisto
you're not
special
gonna
2 in the corner,
survive
but
a
he gets pushed
special
up to the
3
special
again.
3. How much damage
But
can
he
get
is not
in?
throwing it.
Oh, does not look like a
yeah.
ton. But still, a
It's gonna
very,
be
very
game
tricky
right
fight.
here.
I think he did a pretty great job
Abdo did it
keeping
pretty
that
well.
Mephisto under locks.
But now we gotta watch
So, yeah, great work. so far.
Yandal's deal with Darkhawk.
That's a valiant effort on that. He
saying
unfortunately
APOC?
got caught on that reverse
Take APOC
intercept from
against
Mephisto. He kind of backed
Darkhawk?
off and he clipped him on that deck. So that unfortunately,
That's
I think that was his
interesting, Ricky Lee.
undoing right there.
Yeah,
Why would you
super
do that,
unfortunate
Ricky
to
Lee?
get clipped there, but a great pick into a super tough matchup, and we're gonna have to see how Yandao's can answer back.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Yeah, so it's another really tricky matchup. He's gonna have to be really careful here. The cold snap will actually be reflected back onto him.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, that
what I
special
was
one
thinking.
totally unblockable and undexable. So hopefully he can find a way to get into this. He's gonna get to that.
Darkhawk
have to get to that
is
special two
schooling
before he
Vision
can really,
Arcus.
get any
This is
kind
why I
of
would have
foothold
went
into
with
this fight.
regular Vision to
Yeah,
power
and he just
control
needed
this
to
guy.
slow down his combo just a little bit
And
more to be able to
Darkhawk's
get to
gonna
that
get that
speed.
special
I don't think
3.
he was able to take that. Nope.
Yeah, the Darkhawk
And
gets to the
that's,
special 3.
Might be
Yeah, that's
able
actually
to
looking
survive
like a
slightly.
It'll certainly
Let's
be
see.
close. Darkhawk does get a ton of bonus attack from that
Barely
special
alive,
3.
barely alive.
So
He's got a
close. If
chance
he
to
could
get
just
some
launch
more
a special
damage.
and get
He's
right
gonna need
into
it.
that adrenaline, and he's able to top back up a little bit, and now he's back in the fight.
Yeah, gonna be
No
very
mistakes
tough, though.
here.
Oh,
You need
auto
the
block.
damage.
He's doing
You
a
gotta
ton
get out of
reflected
there.
damage.
You're
Oh, and he gets
dead.
parried there.
I think.
Ooh, rough stuff.
Abdo might have.
Yep.
Yeah,
Nope,
not an easy
Yandal's
matchup by any means.
barely
Great
got
work
this
from
out. Look at
Abdo,
the
but it
point
does
difference
look
here.
Like,
This
sorry,
so
great work
close.
from Abdo
Only
in the
a
first
few
fight,
100-point difference.
But Yandal's does
And,
take round
and
one there,
Yandal's
so great
takes
work
it.
to him. And
No wins
yeah, we'll have
yet.
to get into
No
the pick and ban
wins
or the
yet.
pick phase for round 2. So heading into the pick phase here,
Nobody's gonna
Yandos
win.
has a lot of pretty
The
good
defenders
options
have
here
been
for
brutal
defenders.
today.
I'm really liking the look of that Dragon Man. I think that'll be a good option here for him. Apocalypse, another one, doesn't really have a too great of an option. He does have the vision to try and deal with that Apocalypse, but yeah, I'm liking that Dragon Man pick a lot.
So,
what do you think, Dave?
Yandal's.
Yeah, I agree. I think Apocalypse might be a bit of a surprise here. I'm not sure he has all that much of an answer for that outside of Vision. But yeah, I'm excited between those two, either Apocalypse or Dragon
He
Man. I'm
brought
with you on
all
that,
these
man.
visions.
Yeah, definitely the two most powerful defenders he's got
And
in his
he
arsenal
needs-
there.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I think
maybe
Visions
it
are
could
probably
even
screwed him
be
picking that
tricky
many
to try to go
visions.
for an OG Vision, something like that, with that extra power gain, but that is also a very powerful.
Your draft
attacker
is
to
so
keep in your
important in
arsenal.
this mode.
Um,
These guys
I'm liking
definitely
just like
win
that
with a
this
flip.
out.
Yeah, it's looking like Spite is really tough to deal with, and if you happen to get a passive Vision, that could just be the end of you.
yeah, luckily he doesn't do a ton of damage on his special 3, but still a couple of those, or just even taking any of them, could be the difference. All right, and he does go for the Dragon
Goes with
Man
Dragon
pick.
Man.
Totally agree with that. I think that's a
And
fantastic
does he
pick
go
here.
MODOK or Immortal
Definitely would
Abomination,
argue
or do
the
we see
strongest- Let's see what Abdo
Overseer
returns
here?
with. I'm liking a lot the look of the
No,
Overseer
MODOK.
and the
That's
MODOK.
what I was thinking too.
Yep, MODOK is a great choice there.
Yeah,
It's a tough
MODOK's-
defender.
Yeah,
Who
very
do you
tough to
take
deal with
against-
on this node.
I
he
would
does
think
have
I
both
would
the
take
Visions and the
APOC here.
Apocalypse,
Yeah,
who could try
definitely.
and deal with them. Goes
And
with the
Dragon Man
Yeah,
here,
like that.
I
That's a
take
good solid
in
pick.
Immortal Abomination.
Yep. And for Dragon Man, who
No,
are you
maybe
thinking
Overseer here, actually.
I gotta go with Vision. I feel like Vision's the really only
Vision?
power
Yeah.
control
Yep,
option.
there
he
we
has,
go.
Power control,
Yeah,
control the fight,
yeah, that's the only
keep
option
him,
I had.
keep Dragon
I really
Man
feel
from
like
getting
he had
special
their
3.
Only power
And,
control
and
character
we
he
saw
had.
Vision yesterday be huge.
So, great pick, but not gonna be an easy fight by any means.
I think
He's
this
gonna
is
have to
very
be
tough.
Very careful
Both-
and
Both
yeah, I'm not
fights
sure
here,
if he's
very
going to be able to
tough.
keep him under wraps. It might be a little bit too much power gain in this fight for Vision to deal with.
Yeah, well, at least he's got a good head start here, so as he's building up, he can go in and
So
take
he can do
control,
special 2 here,
immediately. I think I
and
would have
he'll
gone
block
with the
him.
special 1
I would've,
there
Dave.
just to
Because
make sure I had the
Vision
right control.
OG
But this also goes
gets
down to show how
so
important it
much
is
power
on your draft
every,
picks,
like, 13
before
seconds.
getting
So,
in the match.
in a second here,
what you have available
Vision,
to you in
there
your
he goes.
toolbox.
Oh, you
Gets
know what?
his
That
special.
Dragon Man special 2 is going to be very tough to deal with on this unblockable specials node. Great recovery so far, but yeah, I agree.
And a few
I
more
like the
seconds here,
special
he's
1
gonna
spam
get
a little bit
special
more here
2
on
again.
this Vision.
He needs to be careful,
Gotta
control
be
his
able
own
to
power
let you
gain.
keep them a little bit more
There
under
you go.
wraps, but yeah,
Keep it
just
under
gaining a
control
ton
with the
of power
special
here.
1 there. You're gonna get special 2 now.
Does take a hit from the
Oh,
special
Vision
1 there.
Is so
Oh,
good,
no,
and he's
he's
playing
unblockable
so
in the
bad.
corner.
Abdo is
Very
not
good
doing
special
good.
intercept though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Vision saved
Taking
him
a little bit of
bit
a bank there. It
with
looks
that
like he took a
special
loan
attack
and
that
just
he
paid
had
it
built
back
up.
with that special attack.
And the
He's
unblockable
gotta be
attack
able to
here
dex us. No, he
is gonna
gets
end
clipped
it.
in the corner. That means big
77%.
damage coming from Dragon Man.
Absolutely. Yeah, it would have been great to see some
Can
wall play there,
he
but I can imagine that was pretty nerve-wracking.
MODOK
Couldn't really
under
get back on his feet after
77%?
taking a few hits. Get a little
With APOC.
discombobulated, and
I think he can.
fortunately, that's how it crumbles.
This might be
Yeah,
a
you
sweep.
know what? And Crumble, he did unfortunately, but he did get a good amount of health off of that Dragon Man. We're gonna see if Yandaos can step up to the plate and take this in a clean sweep. So
If
Apocalypse
Yandaos
going
gets him under
into the
77%,
the Apocalypse going into the
then
MODOK
he
here.
sweeps this
He will
and
be able to
probably
safely play
puts
around this
himself
super masochism, stun all he likes if he
for the
so
win,
desires.
because
gonna
he's
need
already
to get
beat
rid of that
Satsui.
dexterity real quick
And-
though.
Yeah, and there is that pesky special 1 right there in effect. So I think maybe he might take a little bit more of a defensive route, well, trying not to get hit by that special 1, but also not activating Spite. So as soon as he builds him up to a special 1, just kind of back off and wait for it and see if you can activate that.
Yeah, it might not be
man.
Not even
familiar enough
dodging the
with Super
special
Masochism
1,
to know that he can safely
with
go for these
MODOK.
parries. Definitely a little bit of a
Wow.
minute interaction that not a
Wow.
lot of people are familiar with. Maybe just trying to avoid the healing as well. Well, actually, I guess the healing wouldn't proc. Yeah.
This is a pretty easy special to
he's gonna have
dodge
to get
for
a
special one.
attack in here pretty soon. Great job dexing the special that time.
Yeah.
Oh, but
There we go.
despite
Oh,
giving
got
him another
another
one
one.
right into the vet.
That's pretty rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was having a little bit of trouble with that
He's
special
giving
one
this to Apto.
starting out the match, but it looks like he's
But
maybe
his
back on his feet
APOC
here.
special too
Yeah,
gives
he's,
a lot of
hopefully the auto
damage.
block doesn't pop up here. Oh no. He still
Auto
does
block
get
does
the
pop.
Degen in. Oh,
He's
with
at
the combo.
81.
He's gonna
He
have
needs
to dex the
4%
special too
more
if he wants to
damage.
take this fight.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough one.
He does.
And he
the
gets
special
it,
too.
no problem.
Great
Impressive.
78%.
Gets the special one in. That'll be some big damage here. Looking like he's getting real close to closing this one out.
He has the win now.
Oh, just a
as
few more
long as
combos and
Modok
he
doesn't
should be in
heal
a
from
really
super
great spot.
masochism.
Oh, just clipped at the
Oh,
end
he
of
just
that
needs to
special
die.
one.
Don't give him any
Oh,
more
man.
health. Just
Oh,
die. You won.
Yeah,
You
that
won
special
by
one can be a little
dying.
tricky to
You
deal with
won
from
by
time to
dying,
time.
bro.
But Doug did get a ton of damage in from that one, and yeah, looks like
Wow.
he will take this series.
Just die.
And,
Don't
will
give him
get a
any
clean sweep
super
against
masochism
Apto.
healing.
Great work by Yandaos there.
Wow,
Great job
Yandaos
dying. Good
squeezed
job.
out a clutch play with this one, taking
Yandaos
a
wins the
sweep
whole
of
thing.
2-0.
It's over
That's like
already.
the golden ticket in the series here, because previous we had 2-1, and our next match with Satsui and Apto, someone's going to have to get a 2-0 there if they want to take this.
Yeah, for sure.
I guess a
2-0
sweep could
definitely
save one.
helps a lot, and great
I
bounce
think
back
it's over,
after
though.
that first series too. Very close fight
Yandaos
against
won the
Satsui,
first
but
series
bringing it back against
and the second
Apto.
series.
So excellent work so far by
should be
Yandaos,
over.
and we're gonna have to see if the other players can answer back.
All right, let's have a look. All right, here we have our rematch with Satsui and Apto. I know they're both pretty excited to play against each
Looks
other,
like Penny
so let's check
Parker
out these bands.
getting
Starting out
banned
with
right
that
off the
Penny
bat.
band that we see in almost every single match.
Yeah,
The,
for sure. Great to see these guys
Annihilus.
back in the head-to-head again. A
Yeah,
repeat
the
of last
defenders
year,
have
one of the
been
most hyped
deadly
fights we
today.
had. Yeah, that Penny ban, getting it out of there. That Dragon Man ban, maybe
Dragon
not wanting
Man
to deal with that
ban?
one again. Maybe couldn't
The
find the
Dragon
answer he
Man
wanted
ban.
in his roster, so just
Is that a
eliminating the
dragon
problem.
band?
A
I
Dragon
think that
ban.
might be a dragon band, yes.
And he's going Ebony
looks
Maw.
like he's going to be going for the Ebony Maw as
Takes
his
out
last ban
Annihilus.
here.
That's what I would do too.
All
Leave
right.
Annihilus.
Yeah, all very good bans. I think all of those are super tough defenders to deal with.
Satsui
And
now
if you
needs to
don't
do
have
his
the right
bans.
answer to that power game, that Dragon Man is definitely a huge threat.
I agree.
Yeah, love seeing the Penny ban again too. Would love to see her at some point, but she is obviously a very powerful defender and a very tricky
I'm really
attacker,
excited for day
with some
3.
utility.
We're gonna
We
get
even
more
see her
skill
banned over on
play
Satsui's side
out
as
of day
well.
3. I think
along with the
Europe and
Modok.
Russia and America.
Yeah,
It's
well,
gonna-
we
the
saw
winner's gonna
Modok
come
was
from one of
pretty
those.
problematic, so that is probably a very good call
We
on
got
that
Ghost
ban.
picked
Yeah,
by
for sure.
Satsui.
We
That's
see
his
the
favorite
Ghost pick here
player
early
again.
for Satsui.
It's his first pick last
Interesting
time.
to-
It
or I'll
cost
be
him
interested to see how
it cost
he does
him
with
one of
that
the fights.
Going to be a tough matchup with that Spite.
You got
but,
Void
he was
and
able to get some
Mojo.
pretty clutch
Mojo is
plays
the
with it
defender
before.
play here.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would
you know what I
go
find interesting is
Sasquatch
the penny bands are all
and,
coming instinctively
Mi-
because they
Mr.
haven't seen anybody else play,
Negative.
and they've never seen her played in this mode. They're just like, get that out of
He
here.
goes
Yeah,
Mysterio.
for sure.
I didn't
Everyone's
even see
a little
him.
scared of the
I
little
missed him.
girl, and she is pretty terrifying when she's got that big robot with her. Speaking of some other scary dudes, you
Vision.
see the Mojo and Void pick here
It's a
on
good
Apto's
pick.
side.
If you take everything
Mojo
right,
again,
Terex might be a
Gotta
good
be
play
really
again.
careful around that one as a defender.
Especially since he's
Void,
already has
great on
2
both
tech
defense and
characters
attack.
already.
But answered back by Satsui with some powerful
I
picks
think
as well.
I think I go Terex.
Yeah, absolutely.
Terex
We've
was
got
super
our
impressive.
Mysterio, which we already know
earlier.
can be passive at times, and also very,
Yeah,
very
Ghost is
powerful.
not a good
and
pick.
We've seen even
He
a
screwed up
Sasquatch not even taken
the
down
other time he picks Ghost
by, some
and
of his
died
own
really
counters,
bad.
So he
Yeah.
is pretty
And cost
resilient
him that
on this
fight.
node.
Yeah, Sasquatch is a
Sometimes
very powerful
in these
defender.
modes, you
That
can't always
healing
go with
coming
your
in very
favorites.
clutch and damage resist, making it even tougher. Curious to see what Apto answers back.
Terex,
Love
there
the
we
Terex
go.
pick, and of course that
Oh,
vision.
and then he got the
crazy
Terex
powerful
back.
in
We
this
got Doom.
format.
We have not seen Doom at
I
all.
agree. Yeah,
in
that's going to be a
any
very powerful
of
defender
these
right there. We've
fights
already seen
yesterday or
Terex
today, and he goes
tear it
Doom
up,
and Terex
and
we'll
oh,
see it again
as a
on both
response.
sides.
oh wow, look at that.
So let's
yeah,
see
and
here.
we have a Doom here,
I think
but
you go
not going to
Warlock.
do too much good with Terex.
Yeah, he will be
And-
able to ignore the armor breaks, but Doom won't be able to deal with his power at all,
And,
so he's going to have to be
Mr.
real careful with that one.
Negative. That's who
Possibly
I
a
pick.
doable matchup, but
He needs some
very tricky
attackers. He's
one
going
at the very
Overseer.
least.
I'm not
we
too
see the
familiar.
Overseer
That might
coming out
actually
for
be
Apto again.
a good
We saw
pick,
him pick this
possibly.
earlier, but not
Yeah, he didn't
play it,
use them.
So be very curious to see if
He does have
use it
Void
this
as
time around.
well.
Yeah, I really want to see how he performs in this mode. Oh, and we've got ourselves a Mr. Negative on board.
Yeah,
All
Mr.
right.
Negative, another
We
very
got
fresh
Bishop in
face to
here.
the contest.
I think he
can be very
needs some
tricky if you don't
attackers,
have
though.
the
I think
right
we
people
go
to deal with those reverse controls.
Hercules.
Definitely going to slip you up, especially when there's stuff like unblockable specials.
I think Hercules should be picked here, but he goes Bishop and
that
Vision.
That can spell
This is
doom
fine.
for you if you aren't.
Human
timing it
Torch
just
does
right.
need to be picked here. He's got
now
several
we do have
Mystic.
a Human Torch
There we
here.
go.
I wonder if he's picking that for that Sasquatch.
Yeah, you know what? That sounds like a great matchup for the Sasquatch.
If he
Very
picks
powerful thing.
a
Unfortunately,
Mystic
he won't
Defender
be able to
here,
use the
he's
pre-fight,
gonna go
but
with
a couple
Human Torch.
other scary
Guarantee
defenders
it.
here for Setsui,
Especially
and
if it's
Bishop,
Sasquatch.
and
He's
a very
going
powerful
Terrax.
attacker in the
Good
Vision.
pick.
We see Setsui opt in for the Terrax as his first
I
pick.
honestly
very tricky defender.
would
and
do it right
not a lot
back.
of
I
good
do Terrax
options
right
for
now.
out here.
Do Terrax right back. He just
Yeah,
he
I'm
doesn't really
interested
have
to
an
see
answer.
What the first pick here is
And
going
it
to
would
be.
get rid of
I think
Doom
they're
as
just
a-
gonna
as a
roll out with
defender.
Terrax right off the bat, just kind of already knowing how he performs. I think that's going to be
Terrax.
first out of the gate.
Terrax.
Yeah,
Terrax.
totally agree. He does have the Void, who might help
Let's
with
go,
the Terrax,
I picked
but
it.
still going to be very hard for either of these guys to answer.
Both of
the
them have
Terrax
to
pick.
fight Terrax
It looks
now.
like Apto will be going with it as his defender as well.
He's going
No,
Void.
we have a Void. I think I can see that. I mean, maybe he
Interesting.
might get lucky getting those petrifies
Interesting.
early.
Yep.
We'll have to see.
Yeah,
And
definitely
I
gonna
bet
help
you
him deal with that
Setsui
spike
goes
mode if he
Ghost,
can,
but I
or to
wouldn't.
try and play keep away a bit and just let those dots tick away on the Terrax, but still not the ideal counter by any means. So very, very tough, and yeah, curious to see how Setsui tries
Nobody
to answer
has
the
answers
Terrax
for
as well.
Terrax. Nobody was prepared.
Maybe he might just try to damage and just go Ghost and see how much damage he can do. That is
That's
a
what he's-
class
that is what he's
disadvantage,
gonna-
but
Whoa,
Yeah, it'd be very
Mysterio
tough
is
with
an
the armor
attacker.
break stopping Ghost's phase as well.
Very
Maybe could try
surprising
to DPS
stuff
with
today.
Bishop or something, but goes for the Mysterio. Gonna be a very tricky matchup. Well, I'm very excited to see how that one turns out.
yeah, I'm very curious about that.
They don't even know what to say. Davis
Yeah,
lost
like you
for
said
words.
before, he's gonna have to try and rely on being very lucky with those petrifies. Yeah. Oh man, he's getting tons of
very
armor.
destroyed. Terrax is a beast.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, it's pretty rough bait, but he did get lucky with those petrifies.
Yeah, no kidding. 2 petrifies in the first 20 seconds there. Excellent stuff. Great dex there too.
Can he battle back?
Doesn't look like he's
Can
running the
Apto get
willpower
out of the
mastery, though.
corner?
So is missing out
I
on some
doubt
free
it.
healing from those armor breaks.
Yeah, man. I really did like the fact that he was able to avoid that reverse intercept, but he just
Indestructible
opened
up.
himself up a little bit there right afterwards, so he did avoid the damage. I think he would be taken down by now, but hey, look, he is making a little bit of a stride here.
Get
Speaking of himself
away
another
from the
opening, I
rock
think he'd
field.
be in
Okay,
good
it's
shape.
expired. You're
Oh,
good.
great
Battle
intercept
back.
there. He needed to land that. If he
Good
blocked that,
intercepts
there's a
here.
great chance he could have just fallen. But yeah, great stuff so far. Getting back into this fight, getting some great
He's
control.
doing well, getting
but again,
recovering
really
from
gonna
this.
need
He
those
was in a
petrifies.
lot of trouble.
Yeah,
Might
dude,
just
come
be
back.
those, that triple
But the
backdraft
rock field's
intercept
probably
right there
gonna
was
get him here.
absolutely clutch. And he's
Get
going
out,
for it
get away.
again. He's got,
He got as
another
much
triple,
damage
but
as he
just
could,
does not survive
52%.
the rock field.
Yeah, he really did pick
Unfortunate. Looks like
Mysterio.
he just got his stride
We're
there
fixing
right
to
at
see
the end.
Mysterio versus
Just couldn't stick it out.
Terrax.
Yeah, unfortunately,
and
he gets
I-
clipped there, but honestly, a
I'm
great
not
fight
singing
from
this.
Apto, really bringing it back
But
and doing a ton of
we
damage,
could be
taking down
pleasantly
half of Terrax's health there.
surprised.
I think he did masterfully there, and it's going to be very hard for Setsui to answer back, but let's see if he can.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so this is probably the most interesting pick I've seen. I'm trying to see if I
Yeah.
maybe missed something and to see like what is happening here.
Yeah, well, miss is the name of the game. Hopefully, Mysterio will be able to trigger that miss a bunch. I'm thinking maybe he can go for the special ones on the Mysterio here and use that to reflect some of the rock field damage back at this Terrax.
Gets parried.
Unfortunately, lands a parry there. But yeah, these armor breaks shutting down a lot of Mysterio's duration on those special attack phases.
Lost the special one. Didn't get the reflect damage.
Very, very difficult matchup here
Indestructible.
for the Mysterio.
Didn't get a single lick of
there's the
damage.
special two
It's
there.
a little bit now. It's not looking good.
Well, yeah,
Mysterio
you know what? By the
is
way, props
done.
on picking up on the miss thing, because that was actually pretty
Yeah.
genius. I like it.
Yeah. I'm fortunate there for Setsui that he
Abdo.
Mysterio is a metal
Destroyed
character, which means
Setsui.
he's not going to be able
If he gets
to
the
power
sweep
control
here,
Terex
I
at
still
all,
don't think
which
it's
is
enough
that
to beat
special two left him
Yandaos.
with not
Yandaos
much,
has
and he
4
wasn't even
wins.
able to get any misses out of it, so a little bit of a missed opportunity, if you will.
Yeah, I agree. He didn't get any misters either.
And it doesn't look like he's going to get a win in round 1 either. Round 1 goes to Apto, and yeah, we're going to have to see if Setsui can come back to make this the best of 3.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's check it out.
All right, so getting into the defender
Apto's
picks.
picking his defender.
Apto first here. I feel like he's
gotta go
with the
Mojo.
Mojo.
He's gotta-
Maybe he can get the
he's gotta put this to
quick
bed.
and dirty Mojo fight.
He
in.
goes
with the
Overseer.
though.
What is going
Overseer.
on?
Huh.
Interesting.
I mean, he
had no
doesn't
answer
really
for
know what
Mojo.
happened before,
Mhm.
but I would think that he would want to clinch a win right here, and
Yeah.
I can't imagine someone being harder than Mojo.
Yeah, I feel like Mojo is unequivocally
What
one of the best
is
defenders in the
going on in
contest,
these players'
unless you have the
brains?
perfect counter to deal with it, which, looking at Setsui's roster, maybe that Vision can deal with it, but not a lot of great options. Very tough here. And
Human
we see
Torch,
the Sasquatch come in
Vision.
as Setsui's defender. Apto deciding if he wants to go in with the Vision or go in with the Human Torch.
Very,
I
very
would say
strange
both are very
picks.
good options.
I would go with Human Torch. You need the
Yeah, I'm
damage.
not sure which one I would rather go with here. What do you think, Dave?
Yeah, I think he's I think he looked at the two and said,
You
know
gave
what,
him a
as soon as
good
that Rapid
chance
Tanorak
to
comes in, I
beat
think it's gonna be a
Overseer. We
bit of a
might see our
problem for him
first
to handle
kill.
Yeah.
with Vision.
Possibly.
So maybe he went with that.
Does he go Ghost
with
here?
that Human Torch pick.
I think you
just
do.
Kind of knowing
I
that
think
that's how
this
that
is the
works in
moment
meta,
you
and
play
he's just gonna
Ghost.
melt him.
I think he
Well, let's
gave
see if
you
he
an
actually
opening.
does melt him because Sasquatch has been.
He
He's
gave
a
him an
good
opening,
defender.
guys.
Yeah, subverting
Apto
expectations
should have put
there,
this
man.
to bed.
Yeah,
He
and we're
should have
gonna get
picked
right into it here,
Mojo,
watching
not the
this Human Torch
Overseer.
try and
This would be
melt
over.
away at the
This would be
Sasquatch.
Apto's.
I do love
Apto
Human
could have had a
Torch's
chance
interaction with the
to take it if
Supermasochism
they
here.
value
He will
sweeps
collect
that
those
much.
incinerates back on himself,
But he
giving
failed
him
to do
smolder
so.
charges and letting him just land longer incinerates.
Yeah, I really love that. That extra form of strategy. Really got to know your champion. That's a really great point that you brought out there with the smolders.
Yeah, super tough matchup still though. Sasquatch going to be getting tons of damage resist because he has no way to shut down the aggression charges, and
He
also
needs the
going to
special
be
too.
gaining a ton of health from this super masochism if he doesn't have the
Doesn't
spare
happen.
mastery on.
And it doesn't look like these guys ran
Jumps
despair
right in,
at
barely
all.
takes any
Yesterday,
damage,
pretty much everybody was running
off
despair.
Off of Sasquatch there, and just
Torch is a little bit
special
squishy.
but he
Survives
seems
it.
to have survived it. That's a lot more health than I was expecting. So let's see if we can make a comeback here.
Yeah, that class advantage definitely coming in clutch here, helping him with that
Another
one.
special 3 already
that's
up.
a lot of power that Sasquatch is getting though. Enters that Wrath of Tanorak very
Abdo.
early, and that's going to be a big special 3 coming in again. Just Sasquatch gaining a ton of
he's
power
gonna survive.
here. Very difficult defender to deal with.
Yeah, man, he's really logging in those special 3s.
Yeah, it's
Logging in.
lots of special. Ooh,
Dave
gets
with his
clipped by the
puns.
heavy. You know what? Actually kind of helped them there because he didn't trigger Dex off of the first hit, so a little bit less power. But yeah, this Sasquatch just healing so much.
Got
off
the
of
special
these,
2. Got a little bit lucky there. He's
incinerates
gonna
being
get some
applied by
damage
Human
now.
Torch.
Yeah, I can see it. Oh man, that's really tough. But it looks like he's making some headway
Yeah,
here. Do you think maybe
if
he
I
can-
would have known he didn't
he
have
can turn this around?
despair,
He's doing some pretty great
I
melting
would have
damage
not
here.
picked
Yeah,
Human
he's gonna
Torch. I
have
would
to
have
be
went
careful.
Vision.
That
I
Wrath of
wasn't
Tanorak
thinking
is
about
getting
that
to the point
in
where
the
he
beginning.
equals
But
huge
it's
healing
obvious
coming
he
out
doesn't
there.
have
Yeah,
despair
I think
now.
Setsui's definitely got
And he
that
should have went
recovery
Vision
mastery
instead of Human
maxed
Torch.
out.
Human Torch
And he's
shouldn't
got
be
the
picked at
willpower
all.
going.
If you're not
This
running
Wrath of
despair
Tanorak's
in a
triggering here is
situation
gonna
like
be very
this.
tricky in the corner. Great dexing though. Great
He's playing
special
well
lineup
now.
as well.
Abdo has gotten a little bit comfortable, but he needs him to
gains
throw
a
that
lot
special
of
2.
health
He's
there.
good.
Yeah.
Just got to get the dodge.
It's rough. In the corner. Oh man.
Big heavy attack from the Sasquatch to end that one.
Now we have to
yeah,
see
that healing just
Overseer.
seemed to be too much for Torch to deal with.
Yeah, super masochism actually healed him up a lot. It almost would have been better just to play keep away and maybe take a few hits there at the end.
Yeah.
But I think he probably still would have ended up healing him because he would have taken that Incinerate off of those hits.
Yeah.
That's a tough one, man.
Maybe a few more points in the Despair Mastery, but looks like a very tough matchup either way. Great setup so far by Satsui. Let's see if he can capitalize on it.
Yeah.
Satsui should be able
So
to
I
do
love this
this.
Ghost pick here. I think this is a super smart pick.
This is going to be our first
if you aren't
KO of the
familiar
day.
with Overseer, he has a very similar auto block to Medusa, where he will actually only trigger auto block on the second hit of a combo, and he will parry you on it. Meaning, with somebody like Ghost, you can hit them once, dash away, and then rinse and
He
repeat.
should.
Yeah, he took a masochism parry there.
Locking in the special
It
threes.
looks
Yep.
like it kind of took him out of his flow. Looks like
Dave
he had a
is really
really
good with
great
that.
thing going on there, and
He needs to get that
was kinda
special
kinda
too.
reset.
Yeah, gonna be really tough
Special
here too.
three.
Those buffs
He
on
needs the
Ghost are going
phase.
to consistently
He needs
be
to get the
giving
phase.
this guy power. Wow,
He
great
needs to get the
special
phase.
intercept there. That's some huge
There, he
damage.
phased right in time.
Yeah, he got a little bit
He's-
lucky there with the
he's gonna be
with a
able to
little bit
take
of
no
passiveness.
damage on the special
He was able
three.
to get that off before
What?
Overseer got his special three. Kind of giving him a free hit there.
Yeah, for sure. You never know if
I
that
could've
special three
swore
is
he
just going to be
phased.
the end of days as well. So great job
no,
getting some
no.
extra damage in here.
No synergies,
Oh, does
bro.
get parried there.
No
Can he
synergies.
get another special off?
Stupid me.
The stun just times out. Oh, the resist on the heavy attack.
Oh,
He got enough damage
wow,
though.
he gets the special attack off again.
I'm pretty
He's,
sure
making a great comeback here.
damage,
This
though,
is not an
is
easy
enough.
fight by any means. And yeah,
He just needs to get
gonna try and
hit
get some more
in.
damage in. Wow,
There you go.
Another
He got
special
enough
intercept there.
damage on him. This is probably going to end it
Look
here.
at that Satsui is.
But Satsui is going to best of three.
surviving here. Is he going to survive? Nah, it's looking like game over.
Those Hail Mary specials might have been enough to make the difference.
He should have
though.
been able to
Excellent
beat
stuff there, and
Overseer,
yeah,
though.
it does look like it
Not
will
a
be.
single
Satsui
attacker
will take
KO today.
round two.
Defenders have
excellent work on
have
his
been
part.
on
Those special
the
intercepts
upper hand
coming
the
in
entire
clutch.
day.
Great showing
Yeah.
by both players in
Yeah,
round
he did
two
phase,
there. That
but
brings
you
us
only have
into
that if you have
1-1
the
each,
synergy.
so we're gonna
And
have
I
to,
forget there's no
see
synergies
if
in this.
Who's gonna come out on top now? All right, into the defender picks here. What do you think in Satsui should pick here? I'm leaning towards the bishop.
Apto,
myself.
you have to go Mojo here. You needed the sweep before.
I mean, you
But
could
Satsui-
do something with Doom here
Doom-
because
yeah.
he's,
Doom is
he's
the
not
play.
an easy defender either.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Doom very tough to deal with. These special ones
Doom
already
is the
unblockable,
play.
but it does
You
mean
have
that
to
you're
go
pretty
Doom.
much
You do not
guaranteed
have
to be
another
giving him
choice.
more
Do not
power with
listen
the Spite
to
Master,
Dave
or,
and
Node.
and John.
Very
It's
tough
Doom.
on
I mean,
both
Dave was
sides,
saying Doom,
or,
but
yeah,
don't
both
listen to
specials
John.
deal
It's
with
Doom.
there.
It's Doom.
Yeah, not
Yeah,
sure.
with this
He's
special
going
too
Bishop.
as well, because he doesn't have to be in the aura to get unblockable. So you've got to really be on your game.
Yeah,
All right, he
for
goes
sure.
Mojo.
Does go with the bishop though.
Abdo, Satsui,
yeah,
I don't
think
know
that's
what
a
you're
great pick.
thinking.
He's gonna be tough. Yeah,
Doom
the
versus
Mojo comes
Mojo?
out. That's gonna be really
Vision,
tough to deal with.
obvious-
I like
obvious
the Doom
pick. That's why
think
I
he
was
can
saying
try
no-
and deal with it, but
no
he's gonna
bishop.
have to be really careful.
Very
that
interesting.
Mojo special 3 is something I think a lot of people don't consider and can definitely make you slip up. But
Yep.
yeah, first we're gonna have to see if Apto can deal with Satsui's bishop with his vision.
I think so.
All right. Okay, let's see. Can he lock him in the corner and get that good vision gameplay here?
Yeah, for sure. That's definitely the aim of the game. That is how you achieve the 2020 vision gameplay. Oh, lands a parry there, a little tough, and gets opened up. Oh, he's gonna
These
need to land a
guys
special attack here.
have not
Do not
learned.
want this bishop throwing a special
You
one.
can't parry.
Excellent special intercept there.
Oh, and he's ready for another one, and he's got himself open here.
Nice.
And sends that down. Now he's got a special one ready to go here in just a little while.
Oh, great
And I
heavy
love
punish.
that. Yeah, absolutely.
So it looks like he's definitely favoring these special 2s. Curious if he goes for it. Yeah, goes for the special 1. Totally think that's the right play here. Make sure this bishop
He needs
just
the special
never gets
1
to throw
again
a
right
special
now.
attack and keep him totally on lock.
Yeah, it's
Special
going in,
two.
he's not backing off too much and making himself work over to the corner.
killing it right now.
What's really great about interrupting those heavies is that you're actually closing that distance off faster than you would if you were to dex
He's
both
getting
and
very
then
comfortable.
attack.
Apto is
Yeah,
probably
totally
going to
agree.
take this.
You're using
Satsui
the maximum
has
amount of that timer,
his
which
work
is
cut out
something
for him
always
on his
at
turn.
play, and still keeping totally in control of this fight. Bishop has yet
This-
to throw
this
a
is-
special
this is
attack,
gonna be good.
So showing us how to play Vision like a beast.
Vision. This is
Yeah,
why you
absolutely.
didn't pick Vision.
Look at that.
And you went Doom.
just to look at the skill, how long it took for him to get over to the wall to show how difficult it is to get a champion over there. That was a really great thing to watch right there. Sometimes you get it fast, but he really worked his way over little by little.
Yeah, and he's really not missing any opportunity here. Those punishes on the heavy attacks are a very dangerous thing to do if you go for the first
Satsui
hit
gave
punish, and he has
Apto the
landed all
first
of them.
attacker
He's been
KO
absolutely rinsing this bishop here.
for Asia
so
and
far,
Oceania.
absolutely great fight.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, we've seen that throughout the series, that there's very, very few points where a double hit or multi-hit heavy isn't
Why
punished
Satsui?
after
Why
the
would
first
you
hit.
pick Bishop?
Yeah, that's something
In
that
that
these players
situation,
have definitely
you have
got
to
going,
pay
and,
attention to what's
Apto
in
has
your
got
opponent's
this round
deck.
going so
I've been
far.
saying it
Excellent
yesterday.
work so
I've been
far,
saying
taking
it
that
today.
bishop down. Not an easy opponent to deal with.
These guys need to watch my channel. That's all I can
agree.
say.
All right, so we are down
Subscribe.
to the last fight. Let's see what we got here.
So we have Doom versus Mojo. This is by no means an easy fight, but I do like the pick of Doom here. He's able to very safely trigger that super masochism with his shocks, and he's not going to be taking any damage back, so that means his parry is open to use.
And Doom has
Yeah,
great
absolutely. And he's going to
damage
go for that
resistance.
power steal right here, which puts him in a really great position. Do you think he's going to go for the full-on rotation here?
It does look like he's going to be going for the Doom rotation with special 3 here. I do think just spamming special 1s for that power control might be a little bit safer, but hopefully it pays out for him.
He's already lost.
Yeah, wow,
already
he went
taken
right
too much
into the
damage.
special 3 here. That's actually pretty interesting. I thought he probably would have tried to build him up a little bit over special 2 in order to pull off the full rotation.
It is a very tricky thing to do against a Mojo here, though, because as you saw there, he will push you to the
over.
other side of the screen.
Satsui
meaning
is
you can't
done.
get your
Apto
full
wins.
7 or 8 hit combo
Yandao's
off,
takes
off
the
of
whole
the Doom
thing.
passive stun with special 3. Downside we saw there too is he got that Fury buff, which means Mojo is activating Spite, and he raced to that special 3.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, we are coming in to see who takes this. All right, looking like Apto's taking this one 2-1, which he does win this series, but unfortunately,
Yandao's
because
wins
of
the
all
whole
the
thing.
ties, everyone got 2, but Yandao's is the only one to sweep all the way through with a 2-0, which makes him the winner.
Yeah, excellent work to Yandao's. Excellent work to all of our players, each of them taking a series here. But yeah, like you touched on there, in a tie, we do go down to whoever lost the least rounds. And in this case, it was Yandao's. So congratulations to him
I
for
thought
taking the
Yandao's
Asia
won
and
2
Oceania
rounds.
semifinals.
Did Satsui win one of them?
Now, we get to talk
Maybe
with
I
our
missed that.
runner-ups. So, first
thought
up, we
Yandao's
have
won the
Satsui
first
no
2
Hado.
rounds.
Dude, congratulations on getting here. Amazing set of fights that you had there. Those look super difficult, and just wanted to know, how do you feel about your performance?
Well, I tried my best, as you can see, given the circumstances. But it could have gone a wee bit better, I guess, because
Could have
I
been.
managed to review
Way
my
better.
own footage of the final fight against, I think, Dr. Doom against Mojo. I had him, actually, that fight. One SP3, could have locked him, had him, but because, you know, after Mojo's SP3, he gets pushed back way back to his corner of the screen. So I had to dash in and waste precious milliseconds. Couldn't do the medium to lock it in. Instead, he recovered from his stun and he attacked me, so that was it. But if I had just done a double medium instead of a medium,
That's what I do. I do medium.
Not that I'm saying, but chances are I would have won that
I
final
do medium,
match.
and it works
I wanted to
just
talk
fine.
to you about your Ghost and Hitmonkey fight. I actually enjoyed that
Don't
fight.
talk about that.
And it looks like
Let's-
you just
let's
kind of hit a
just move
snag
on.
there with that super masochism reflecting that stun back on you. Like, what were you thinking in that moment?
Well, I was thinking at first, okay, Ghost is gonna do really well when I first saw the matchup. And as the fight proceeded, when at the initial part, the fight he started to back away into his own corner. I was like, what the hell is happening here?
I think the pick itself was really good. I like the idea of it there. You know, you can use Ghost anti-evade into Hitmonkey, so even after you throw a special, he's still not gonna, you know, dodge away and try to punish you. You also picked Ghost into Maestro, which I thought was really interesting. Where at first I was like, oh my goodness, I feel like this is a horrible matchup, and then I remembered you can just do the one hit and run away, and I thought that was really smart. So I'm just curious of yeah, kind of like what was going through your head when you picked that, and yeah, again, props for a really smart matchup there too.
You hit it right on the head. That's right. Exactly. That was the plan going in, just to do one hit and then just back away, play possum against him. If I had to, if I had to eat an SP3, so be it. Fingers crossed, I didn't die, so I managed to get in quite a bit of damage to win that fight. However, to be honest with you, I forgot that he could actually block the second follow-up basic attack. So that's where you saw me get stunned.
Yeah,
Because I totally forgot how to fight him. Seriously.
He's a pretty new character too. Again, not a character we saw a lot of people using or looking at too much before, but I saw it and I was like, you know what, that's a really great pick. I'd love to see more of it. And but I thought the ghost counter there was really, really smart, and you handled it very well. And I saw that special 3 come in, and I was like, oh no, but you came back and you got so much more damage in that fight, so I gotta give you props on that one too.
Yeah, I mean, as long as I'm still
man.
kicking, might as well just, before I go down, take him down with me.
Well, Satsui no Hado, thank you once again for coming out here and sharing those thoughts with us. Dude, again, congratulations for making it this far, and hope to see you next year.
All right. Hopefully, 3 times the charm, baby. Always a pleasure.
That's right.
I'll see you guys hopefully next year as well.
All right, up next with some hard-fought matches, Apto is here with
What
us
happened
to
to
tell
your
us
jersey,
how he
Apto?
felt about
Oh,
playing the
this is
game,
translator.
format that we have, and how he felt about his fights. Apto, welcome.
이번 쇼다운 같은 경우에 작년이랑 이제 되게 다른 방식으로 진행됐는데요. 굉장히 이제 흥미로웠고 재밌었습니다.
So this year's Showdown went fairly differently from last year's, and it was very interesting, and I very much enjoyed it.
Awesome, glad to hear that you enjoy the new game mode. Curious, I saw you pick Overseer there, and I think that's the first time we've seen somebody pick that character. Just curious on your thoughts of him and how good he is in this game mode.
이제 제가 생각하기로는 이제 오버스티어 기술 중에 이제 스페셜 어택을 쓸 때마다 이제 자동 방어할 수 있는 이제 기술이 있거든요. 저는 이제 이게 되게 까다로울 줄 알았는데 사츠이 선수가 되게 잘해줬네요. 제 생각보다.
Yeah, so with the Overseer, there one of the special attacks contain a automatic defense, and I thought it was going to be tricky, but player Setsui did an amazing job.
Nice. I have a question about
What up,
your
Doug?
fight with Sasquatch using Human Torch. When we were watching Satsui play, I kind of figured maybe you had the advantage there, having Torch going up against a Mystic. What kind of insight can you give us about that fight?
네, 저도 이게 당연히 제가 이길 줄 알았거든요, 이걸. 근데 막상 싸우고 보니까는 이제 회복을 4만씩 하다 보니까 되게 끔찍했어요.
That's what I thought too at first. I thought it was going to be, a smooth play, but the HP restoration, it was.
What up, XLR?
It was very
What is
difficult
up,
to deal
man?
with.
Now, one final question for you here.
He
What
did have a hard
message do
time
you
dealing with
have
it.
for
I feel like he
Yendao's
could have played better
for
on
taking
that
the
fight,
win
though.
here?
이번에 결승 진출한 게 되게 결승 진출한 걸
So
되게 축하드리고요.
The two
그리고
returnees
이번에도
lost to the new guy.
작년처럼 아시아 지역에서 우승자가 나왔으면 좋겠습니다.
Yeah, my hearty congratulations to Yandao's, and just like last year, I hope that we have a winner from the Asia region.
I don't see it this year.
Well, here we have a special moment for those of you that remember last year's Summoner Showdown. You remember that there was a pretty heartfelt moment that had most of the community swearing they were cutting onions at the same time, but we now have a reunion of Satsui no Hado and Apto to share their mutual respect.
Hello, Abdo. How are you doing, my old friend? It's been 1 year.
되게 오랜만이에요, 사츠이 선수. 오래된 친구를 만난 것처럼 되게 반갑고요. 그리고 오늘의 대결을 되게 기다렸습니다.
Very happy to see you, Setsui. You're my old friend, and I was very looking forward to today's match.
Likewise, likewise. I remember the awesome
네, 저도
matches we
마찬가지예요.
had
The power game
last
was
year,
nasty.
and I was so happy when
It was a
I
special
saw
three
that you and
tournament
I
today.
had made the semis this year as well.
네.
Yep. So I was really looking forward to our fights.
저도 그 사시 선수가 이제 리더보드에 이름 있는 걸 보고 진짜 방방 뛰었습니다.
Yeah, you know, I felt the same. I saw your name on the leaderboard, and man, I was very, very happy.
Can I ask you a question, Abdul? Personal question.
질문 하나만 해볼게요.
네. 무엇이든지 물어보세요.
Yeah, ask anything. All yours.
All right. You know what happened last year, right? So, I mean, honestly, were you out for revenge this year against me?
네, 거의 그냥 며칠 동안 계속 생각만 했어요. 이 대결을.
Yeah, you bet. You know, I was really only thinking about this match for the past, many days. It's all it's been on my mind.
Yep. I kind of expected that because, I kind of felt, to be honest, I kind of felt sorry for taking the match from you from last year's Showdown. So, as they say, revenge is a dish best served cold. And it was cold indeed. Sub-zero cold.
전혀 미안할 필요 없고요. 저번 대결에 대해서 굉장히 잘했어요.
Think I'm gonna take off like a jet, Doug?
Yeah, you have no reason to feel bad about last year's match. You were an amazing player. You played just incredible.
Likewise. This year you put in an outstanding performance as well. And I felt it was in a way reparations for what I did to you last year. But enough of that. Tell me, are we gonna meet each other next year? Third time's the charm, baby.
네, 물론이죠.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Right on, man. Right on.
저는 작년에는 어떻게 보면은 한 번도 못 이기고 다 졌는데 올해는 그래도 한 번 이겼거든요. 아마 내년에는 2경기 다 이기지 않을까요?
Yeah, last year I didn't really win any match, but this time I won one, and hopefully next time I will win two.
Hopefully
The lost
one of us
connection to-
will go all the way.
The interpreter. There he goes. He's moving
Third
now.
time has got to be the charm. Third time lucky.
우승할 때까지 안 멈출 겁니다.
All right.
Absolutely, I'm not stopping until I win.
That's right. All right,
Well,
let's
well-
go for it. Let's go for it, bro.
Come on, let's
go
get
for
the
it.
Yandals now.
Great job,
네,
both you guys.
같이 가죠. 같이 해보죠.
Yeah, great job, both you
Very,
guys.
very awesome. Thank you guys for coming together and sharing this moment with us. And hopefully we'll see you guys next year for that third time being the charm. And without further ado, we have our finalist, our winner of the series for Asia and Oceania, Yandaos, my man. Congratulations on this whole win. That was some pretty impressive fighting that you had right there. Now, I wanted to get your thoughts on how you thought you performed, even with the win.
Well, first of all, I believe I'm still in a shock. I don't know how to react seriously. I really have no idea that I got into the finals.
Well, congratulations.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You've done it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Yeah, but yeah, I guess beginner luck works this time. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
it
Well,
works on Friday.
one thing I wanted to ask you about is I saw you draft Arcus, and I wanted to know if you were planning on using. I saw him use him against that Darkhawk. Did you want to use him as both an attacker and defender, or just as a defender? Because he is very powerful as both.
I wanted to use him as a defender initially, but for some reason, when I saw Darkhawk, it was like natural instinct. I just picked. I chose over Arcus to try my luck. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, great work there. Yeah, and again, congratulations on closing out that the series here.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I saw you had a little bit of trouble going up against that Terrax with Doc Voodoo. Can you
Everyone had
walk us
trouble
through that fight
with
just a little bit?
Terrax today.
Well,
Terrax was
I was thinking about
huge today.
using the to nullify whatever
3 defender
to place basically
wins for Terrax.
the DOA on him. So
But I can
was like
remember.
hoping
There
to
might have been
convert to more debuffs I don't think it went well for that match. I was expecting to die much earlier. Somehow, for rather, I just managed to last a little bit longer than I thought. Oh well, I thought that for that part to counter off the damage from the armor blade breaks, I thought I could regen a bit from the start to tank off that damage. So yeah.
Another fight we saw you take that looked pretty tough, but you did pretty well in was Apocalypse versus MODOK. Walk me through a little bit of that fight.
Well, I was hoping that I could use
well.
Falcon against him.
He got hit
but
so many
unfortunately,
special ones hit on him.
came out to my choice. So, well, I was just thinking that Apocalypse would be a good tanker to just tank off whatever damage. I pretty much tried to dex his SP1, but I suppose I missed almost. I failed to dex almost all of it. I got. Yeah, I think I got panic as well, and for some reason the phone doesn't respond to my input. So, oh well, I was just thinking basically just tough it out. So yeah, I'm dashing through as much as I could, and oh well, and yeah, it bring me to. It brought me the result. So okay.
Yeah, well, a hard-earned victory still, nonetheless. Another thing I want to ask you, speaking on the topic of having that Falcon in your deck. Walk me through a little bit of the strategy you had while building your deck.
Well, I have no experience in such competition. I didn't really expect to proceed this far, so I was thinking like, try a good mixture of the attackers, a good mixture of the strong attackers, plus some of the defenders I could thought of. Other than bringing in those known tough defenders, I brought in a few where they have more projectiles as their special attacks. Because I was thinking that if with the spike buff for the node, if all specials are unblockable, basically those with multiple projectiles would be harder to evade. So that's one of my strategies.
Okay, I have one last question for you. Now, this being a brand new format and nobody really having any experience with this format, what kind of learnings do you think you can take with you into the finals? Like, what would you do differently?
Well, if I could do things differently this time,
or use
I
them.
will make sure that I will be more alert, to look out for the
Pay attention to your
countdown
team's
timer.
deck.
Because apparently during the semis I missed that timer a couple of times. I didn't realize that I have to pick a defender or attacker from my end already. I was like waiting, and ended up, I got to choose already. So yeah, I think I have to be more alert.
So that's what was going on.
Thank you once again for coming and speaking with us and talking to us about your experience and what your plans were for this series. You did absolutely fantastic. Huge congratulations to you, and we'll see you in the finals.
All right.
Well, there you have it. Another series of fantastic fights in the bin. John, what did you think?
Fantastic.
Yeah, I thought it was
I
a
would say
great
that.
showing by all of our competitors here. Really close. Sad we don't get to see any of our returning members end up in the finals, but congratulations to our finalists. And yeah, really great stuff from all of our members in the Asia and Oceania region here.
Absolutely, I agree. And we're going to see our top 3 in the finals. So make sure that you tune in to the next Summoner Showdown. You don't want to miss it. Now, if you like the video and you want to see more, go ahead and click subscribe, like, comment, and share. And remember, stay dorky, and we'll catch y'all in the Battle Realm.
All right, so real quick to end this up, today's showing for Asia and Oceania was a very poor showing from the players. There wasn't a lot of skill being shown today. They did not pay attention to each other's decks, in my opinion. Day 1 was a much better showing for the Summoner Showdown in Russia and Europe. Fintech is going to end up fighting someone from America, the Americas region, and that's really going to be the final. Yandaos, no disrespect, you got to where you were. You played really well to get there. You got a little lucky, but again, your opponents did horrible as well. But just being real, I'm not trying to sugarcoat anything. Sometimes it's just the way that it goes, and hopefully we see a better showing tomorrow, because FinTech, if we don't see that better showing tomorrow, then FinTech's going to walk away with this whole thing easy, with his hands in his pockets and not even trying. But my pick for the whole thing is Happy McMuffins, and he is in day 3. He was in the tournament last year. He was in the finals last year, and it went down to him and the guy who won last year. But he barely lost. Hopefully he can show up and take care of things, but we'll just have to wait and see what happens tomorrow. I just want to thank everybody that came out in chat today. XLR, Ryan, Neil, Ricky Lee. I had Big Blue in here earlier for a while, and I think I had one more person. DJ was here for a minute as well at the beginning. But guys, thank you all for showing up and tuning into the live stream today. We will be back tomorrow with another Summoner Showdown live stream, and we'll be back for the finals as well to see the full thing. Ricky Lee saying he's picking FinTech for the whole thing. It's a smart pick. He did really well in the day 1. He was showing why he was a finalist for the day. But guys, that's going to end it. I will be back with more MCOC videos and Fortnite, and I did get Guardians of the Galaxy, but I haven't had a chance to put it onto my my stuff yet. So I'm gonna be installing this, and we'll be playing this on the channel as well. So if you're looking for some different games to possibly play or watch me play, I will be back with this as well as Fortnite MCOC. Probably beginning of next week. We'll have to see how my schedule goes with real life and everything. But guys, thank you so much.